Hi everyone, my name is Tatiana and welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make Russian Zefir. And Russian Zefir is a very unique fruit-flavored marshmallow meringue type of dessert. The most important thing about making it though is following the directions precisely, and that way you'll achieve the most ideal meringue. It's important that before you start making the Zefir, you have all your ingredients ready, set out on the counter, so that way you're not running around the middle of the recipe looking for things. So what we're going to need is we're going to need juice from half a lemon. We're going to set that aside, and then we're going to need 1/4 cup of Jello gelatin mix. And this time I'm going to try mango, but you can use just about any fruit flavor like peach, raspberry, apricot, orange. And then if you want to add more color to it, you can also add food coloring. So we're going to set that aside. And you will also need 2 teaspoons of agar gelatin. You can find it at most Japanese supermarkets or specialty stores. It usually comes in a package with the Japanese characters, so I don't know how to read them, but if you ask any of the salespeople, they're usually more than willing to help you to locate the correct gelatin. And the other thing we need is a large pastry bag. It's a 21-inch pastry bag and then fitted with a large star tip. It's tip number 829, and you could locate it at any bakery specialty shop. We're gonna set that aside. We are also gonna need 2 cups of white granulated sugar, and we will need 3 small egg whites. We're gonna pour this directly into a mixer bowl and set that aside as well. You also need to prepare a large work surface onto which you can pipe the Zefir onto. And I usually just line a large dining room table with some cling wrap and then also dust it with a mixture of powdered sugar and cornstarch. That way the Zefir doesn't stick to any table surface and you don't have to scrape it off, and it's really easy to lift off and store into a container. For our first step, what we're going to do is we're going to dissolve this gelatin in 1/4 cup water in the microwave. So we're just going to pour 1/4 cup water into a large bowl, and then the 1/4 cup gelatin. We are going to give that a good stir, and then you want to microwave it for about 2 minutes, and I do it in about 15 to 20 second intervals. Give it a quick stir in between microwaving it so that it doesn't overflow the bowl. Once our gelatin is melted, we're going to set it aside, and for our next step, we're going to pour 1/4 cup cold water into a large saucepan like this, and we're also going to add 2 teaspoons of that agar gelatin. Just lightly dust it over the top. And then we're going to bring this to the stove top. But before we do that, we need to turn on our mixer and start beating our egg whites. So turn your mixer to a high setting and then whip your egg whites until they're very stiff. So I've brought over my water and agar gelatin mixture to the stove top, and I'm cooking it over a low heat. You want to stir it constantly until it starts thickening into a jelly. Once the agar gelatin mixture starts turning into like a thicker jelly, it's almost an applesauce-like texture. We're going to cook it for 2 minutes, and then we're going to start adding sugar 1/2 cup at a time. Once we've added all the sugar, you want to continue stirring it and then scraping the sides of the pan periodically until the mixture comes to a simmer, and then set your timer for 2 more minutes. And then once those 2 minutes are up, you want to remove it from the heat and we'll be ready to add it to the egg whites. Once you have your sugar syrup all ready, what we're going to do is we're going to come back to the mixer. We're going to check it for egg whites have settled a little bit, but we're going to fluff them back up. And at the same time, we're also going to mix in the gelatin that we have, the lemon juice that we have, and then we're also going to add a couple drops of food coloring if you want it. Add a little bit of color. I'm going to add in the gelatin. And we're going to pour in that lemon juice. We have everything ready. We're slowly going to start pouring in the syrup, and we're going to mix it on medium speed first. Alright, so we've had this mixture on high speed for about 5 minutes, and it's going to vary depending on your mixer how much time it's going to take, but you can see it's really thick, like it's not going anywhere. And I know it's ready when it starts losing some of its gloss. It becomes like almost like a matte texture to it, okay? And then you want to immediately transfer it into your pastry bag. I'm going to clean this whisk off real quick. and spoon everything into your pastry bag. And Zefir sets very fast, so you want to work with it really quickly. Alright, and then we're just going to push everything down to the bottom and then twist the bag at the same time. Just kind of get rid of all the air bubbles. Get rid of that first one, and then we're going to ready to pipe this onto the table. And from here, it's really easy. We're just going to pipe these half shell shaped meringues onto the cling wrap. And you want to about the same size. Just like that. You can also make different shapes. You can make like just little loops like that, or you can make little towers, up to you. For our last step, I've combined 2 cups of confectioner's or powdered sugar with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. What we're gonna do is just put it in a sifter or a little mesh strainer like this. And then we're gonna dust the tops of these meringues. Just like that. It creates like a coating, and then when it sets, it has a little crusty outside and a really soft inside. Once we've dusted the meringues, you want to let them sit on the table for about an hour. After that, you could take them off the cling wrap and put them together into shells, or you can leave them in a single layer. Just wait another hour until you pull them off and put them into a storage container. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're looking for the recipe, you can find it on my Facebook food page. It's called Tatiana's Everyday Food. Thank you so much for joining me here today, and I hope to see you next time.